What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning into the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over the social sphere at GBP Daily. Shoot me a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up in the DMs. I am always available to talk Packers anytime, any day, and today is Wednesday, January 7th. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, and more importantly, happy Packers playoff week. Bears week, once again for a third time. Pretty rare. It has only happened twice in NFL history where we are playing the Bears in the playoffs. They got the best of us back in the 1940s, I believe, 1941. And, most recently, we got the best of them, as we all remember, in the NFC title game en route to Super Bowl 45. And I am excited. We'll be getting after it Saturday night. Win or go home. The storylines write themselves, right? One of the best rivalries in sports. We got Jordan Love. We got Caleb Williams. We've got the little rivalry between Matt LaFleur and Ben Johnson, instigated by Ben Johnson, of course. We've got a great one on tap this weekend. And about the game on Saturday, I am feeling pretty good. Saw a few folks talking about how all the pressure is on the Pack, right? And I simply just disagree. The pressure thing, in my opinion, sort of is a little made-up type of narrative because both teams obviously had the pressure to win, right? I just don't see how an away 7 seed that has been decimated with injuries is under all the pressure to win. With the NFC North champion Bears having no pressure, right? That's kind of what I've been seeing and playing with house money, so to speak. A pointless argument, I guess, but I don't see it that way. For the Packers, I see them as a team that has been beaten down over these last few weeks. They have been just getting body blow after body blow. And over the course of the season, losing so many cornerstone guys to season-ending injuries that our Super Bowl chances went from being, one of the favorites to now needing a Cinderella-type postseason to make a run. So that's kind of how I view it. I don't necessarily want to say that all the pressure's on the Bears either. They are a little bit ahead of schedule, right, as far as their franchise's progression goes. Caleb Williams is playing well. They're running the ball great. Their offensive line is a top unit in the league, one of the best. And, yeah, there's pressure on both sides, in my opinion. So that's my opinion. It's not a fact, just my perspective. To each their own. I will say, though, I am pretty excited to play the Bears. And based off of our last two matchups this season, I don't know, as a Packer fan, how you can't be. The first matchup, we beat them at home thanks to Keyshawn Nixon. And the second matchup with Malik Willis, we shut them down for 59 minutes before collapsing with a carousel of mistakes that I hope will never happen again. Now we get a chance to kind of right that wrong on Saturday. And although I do think the Bears are a good team, I think Matt LaFleur is going to let Jordan sling it all over like he did against the Lions. So win or go home. Win the game or your season is done. And I hope we play like it. No kicking field goals inside the 10-yard line, please, and thank you. Anybody planning on going to the game this weekend? Anybody thinking about it? If you are planning on watching the Packers take down the Bears in person this weekend, do not buy your tickets anywhere else other than TickPick. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the market, and if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you 110% of your money back. Same tickets as everybody else, and TickPick is the cheapest every single time. Use the code Packers22 for an extra $22 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. Shout out to TickPick. They are the best in the biz. What do we got going on in the chat here? How's everybody's day going? Morning. It's early. Your boy has been up and at it early as always. Got a workout in already. Got a little bit of work done. Yeah, I'm an early riser. Don't mean to brag, but I'm up and at it early. Usually about 4:00. I'm up out of bed and hitting the gym about 4:30, and that's kind of my schedule. Of course, that does mean I am a zombie by 9 p.m. just about every single night. So love starting my day off with a good old workout. Let's hop into the comment section here, shall we? And as always, if you want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332, the Midwest personal injury law firm that actually shows up when you need them. If you've been hurt in a crash, fall, or another accident, the last thing you want to deal with is the insurance companies and paperwork. Nicolet Law takes that off your plate so you can focus on healing up. They walk you through your options, they handle the insurance companies, and fight to get you what is fair. No upfront fees, no guesswork, just local attorneys who have your back. Call 1-800-NICOLET or visit nicolet.com. What do we got vibing up in the chat? My man Nate Smith is in the house. My man Arnie VG is in the house from Belgium. Bradley, go Pack, go. Go Pack, go, Bradley. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Starting us off here, my man Nate, listening to Bears talk. They are not nearly as confident. I think we are the better team. If we get a lead, we just need to keep the pedal to the metal and extend that lead. Put them away. That is all. My man Nate, I couldn't have said it better myself. I would say the pressure is on the Bears, on the Packers organizationally, but on the Bears fans. I can't be hurt anymore after that onside. That's a great way to put it. Organizationally, yeah, we need to win, right? Matt LaFleur, I'm sure, would love to have a playoff win or two under his belt going into the final year of his contract next season. As far as the fans, yeah, I do think it's on the Bears side. And like I was talking about earlier, I don't think it's one way or the other, right? I think it's both teams have pressure to win for their own reasons. Do I think the Bears have had a pretty good season and being one and done would be pretty disappointing? Yes. But do I think the Packers, with their last few years of growth, being one and done, would also be very disappointing. So hopefully we are not one and done. That wouldn't be good. But we'll see on Saturday. Thank you, Nate, for hopping in. As always, appreciate you. Hope all is well. My man DK in the house from South Africa. South Africa in the house. Love to see it. Thank you for joining, DK. Appreciate you. What else we got? My man Arnie. It is 15:10 here. So is that I'm not good on the Army time. That is 3:10 in the afternoon, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Arnie. Also, we're getting hammered with injuries year in and year out. Do you think part of the problem is the medical staff, physical trainers, etc.? And if Matt LaFleur gets booted, who do you want to see as his replacement? Arnie, I don't think it has much to do with the strength and conditioning staff, the trainers, etc. We did just fire the entire strength and conditioning staff, most of those guys, I think just 2 years ago. So injuries are still happening. I think it's just, and I'm guilty of this for sure, is during the NFL season, like for me, I'm tunnel vision on just the Packers, right? I'm watching prime time games, of course. There we go. I'm back. A little glitch in there. But Arnie, to talk about whether it's the strength and conditioning staff, we just fired the majority of them 2 years ago, and the injuries obviously still happening. But I think what is the main reason why we think it's so bad, at least from my perspective, is during the NFL season, I'm so tunnel vision on the Packers where, I'm soaking in, 90% of anything NFL for me is Packers. And of course, I'm watching all the primetime games. I'm watching, games across the league. But I'm really honed in on the Packers. So I'm sure, like yourself and many others. So when the injuries are just piling up, we think, or at least I think, that we're the only one with that problem. And when frankly, every team is having, tons of injury issues, like the 49ers. Look at all the guys that they have hurt, and year in and year out, they've got problems. All teams are obviously dealing with injuries. The sad reality is just that's part of the game. And yeah, it just is a bummer. It sucks. But I think that we get a little, tunnel vision when talking about injuries and thinking that it's just the Packers, when in reality, it's happening to every NFL team. And I'm guilty of that 100%. Sitting here, man, why are we getting all these guys? Why are all these guys getting injured? It seems like we're just getting hammered, and we did this year for sure. Meanwhile, other teams are probably saying the same thing. Other fans of other teams like the Niners or anybody else. So that's kind of my perspective. But the injuries, are just painful, especially when they happen to cornerstone guys like Tucker Kraft, Micah Parsons, Devontae Wyatt. The best guys at their position are getting banged up. So just stinks to see. We'll see this weekend if we can power through. But appreciate you, Arnie, for hopping in. I'm live every single day talking Packers, so feel free to join me. I'd love to have you. What else we got? My man, Ben, in the house. Not sure why, but I think we will win big this weekend. Well, Ben, I know why you think that way, and it is because you are a smart football fan. I don't think Jordan is going to be stopped this weekend, and he's proved that whenever he starts and finishes a game against the Bears, he's proved that because he's never lost against them when he actually plays the entire game. So a healthy Jordan, a healthy Josh Jacobs, an improved offensive line with Zach Tom coming back, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs. I think we've got enough firepower on offense to score plenty of points that can get us to a win. The question, as we all know too well, is whether our defense can get some stops and, more importantly, some turnovers. So the Packers and Jets both finished the regular season with 0 interception return yards, which is just unreal because the Jets have had 0 interceptions this year. Just an insane stat. So got to flip that script this weekend and all postseason for that matter to have any chance against anybody. So appreciate you, Ben, for hopping in. Have yourself a great Wednesday. What else we got? Nate, however, I know Doc McKenzie, Team Doc, is widely respected by current and past players for what it's worth. Yeah, Doc McKenzie, the best in the biz, really, right? He is retiring, though. I had seen just a few days ago they talked about it. So shout out to Doc McKenzie. Everybody comes up to Green Bay to get their Achilles and other injuries done by Dr. McKenzie. So hot take. Jacobs runs for 100. Golden gets his first touchdown, and we can bury the cheese grater hats under Soldier Field. Nate, I thought about this, and I want to keep thinking this way. How great would it be to just beat the brakes off these guys and set them back, a few years franchise-wise? It's a long shot because the Bears are a good team, and we are, like we talked about, pretty decimated. And not playing the best, if I might add. But if we can just win by 10, 15 points and really just send the Bears packing and have a whole offseason of smack talk to use against them, that would just be perfect. On the flip side, if we get taken down by Chicago, do not expect to never hear about it again, because that will be all you will be hearing about, regardless of if the Bears win another game after beating us potentially. That's all you'll hear about all offseason. That is for sure. Nate, yeah, their defense is bad. That's why I'm really confident as far as the offense goes. Really hoping Matt LaFleur lets Jordan sling it all over the yard like he did against the Lions, because if he can do that, or if he does that, I think we'll be sitting pretty good. But at the same time, it's like, hey, pound the rock with a healthy Josh Jacobs, and I think we'll do some damage there that way as well. So what else we got in the chat? My man DK Hafley will have the D ready. He's a master at adjusting when given time. I think we've got this game. LaFleur is not in danger, but I think Hafley is gone after this season. I am with you, lockstep, DK. I'm confident Jeff Hafley will have us ready, and I do not think Matt LaFleur is in any sort of danger, which is crazy. And Yosef is in here as well, saying any stock into Matt LaFleur not getting an extension. And I think the discourse over Matt is pretty crazy. I understand there are some shortcomings with Matt, right? The postseason wins recently, not very many, and maybe some play calling criticisms that are fair, but not extending him, in my opinion, would be a mistake. So he revived A-Raj, right? Got him back up and running, couple MVPs. He's developed Jordan Love. He's turned Malik Willis into a starting quarterback in the NFL, which he will get paid to be one this offseason. He's coached the youngest team in the NFL multiple times in the playoffs, and this year, with a cascade of injuries, we are still in the postseason. So I think and I hope Ed Policy extends him before next season, which is the last year in his coaching contract. So nothing guaranteed. Who knows what's going to happen, but I hope we can get an extension done. Thank you, DK, for hopping in. Appreciate you. Thank you, Yosef, as well. Quad Big in the house. It comes down to execution on the offensive side. The defense has to pin their ears back and go and make plays. We have enough personnel to get it done. I agree. Pinning your ears back immediately brought Rashawn Gary to my mind. And there's nothing I'm hoping more for outside of a win is for Rashawn Gary to just have some sort of a decent game. He has been just on a dry spell. He's been in a drought for anything, tackles for loss, sacks, you name it. He has been nowhere to be found, and no better time to pop off than Saturday night against the Bears for a playoff wildcard matchup. Thank you, Quad Big. Appreciate you. E-Dog, this is a game the Packers should win. The season has completely reset. Whole new energy coming into this one. I'm with you. The last month or so of our season sucked. I mean, it's been terrible. We had a 3-week stretch from, Chicago collapsing and choking big time, Romeo Doubs muffing that onside kick, to then the weekend before that with Denver. Sorry, got my weeks mixed up. With Micah going down, Christian going down for a little bit. Then again, Chicago, of course, Jordan gets a concussion. It has been brutal those few weeks. And now, like you said, it's reset time and playoff football. Everybody is 0-0. Our guys are getting a little healthy. I'm pretty excited about Saturday night. That is for sure. Thank you, E-Dog. I need to see some effort out of Gary Nixon in the defensive front. I'm with you. Keyshawn Nixon, especially, he is not playing as well as you would think from a guy who is just not wanting to return kicks. He wants to be a corner. Well, let's start playing a little better, please, this weekend. What else we got? Joel, you heading to Chicago this weekend? I thought about it, Joel, but then quickly decided that I did not really care to go to Soldier Field. So, especially for the prices that the tickets are at right now. Last I checked, which was yesterday, about $500 just about for the cheapest tickets available. So I'm just fine with watching from home. And I honestly just have never had an itch to go to away stadiums for whatever reason. If I'm going to go through the work and the planning and, spending the money to go to a game, I want to be at Lambeau and in Green Bay. So I've said it a million times. There is nowhere on earth that I'd rather be than at Lambeau Field on a Packers game day. Just the absolute best. Thank you, Joel. King AJ in the house. Need a full rotation of pass rushers this weekend. If Gary and LVN are not getting home, throw in Kingsley, Sorrell, or Oliver. And King AJ, I'm with you. I'm really not worried about LVN. Rashawn Gary, clearly at the top of the list as far as guys to be worried about because he has been a no-show the last, 2 months? It's insane. I don't know what is going on. I thought maybe it was an injury that wasn't being disclosed, and Matt LaFleur talked about no injury, no hidden injury. He just needs to play better. And, yeah, no freaking doubt he needs to play better. LVN, though, I'm pumped to see him out there, pumped to see Kingsley Enagbare. He's been playing well. And then Baron Sorrell had himself a game last weekend against Minnesota. So wouldn't mind seeing him out there a little bit more in place of Rashawn if Rashawn can't go or can't get any action. So thank you, King AJ. Appreciate you as always. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you again for tuning in. Always, always, always love talking Packers with you guys. Hit me up on social media at GBP Daily. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any sort of interaction helps myself and helps the page. I will be back and at it again tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.